Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch. Well,
and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll run forward with Pollard, and he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the 1st down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
52 catches last year for Zeke, and he's had as many as 77 in a year. I think he's hoping to get a little more stability in his offensive line and, of course, at the quarterback position. And if that happens, all of his numbers will go up.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On play action, Prescott. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. The give is to Elliott. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
By anyone's measure, CeeDee Lamb had an excellent rookie campaign with 74 catches and 935 yards. He's poised for an even bigger season this year.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Elliott. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And Mike Williams was a 1,000-yard receiver in 2019 and had to battle through some bumps and bruises in 2020. He's known for his big plays downfield, but he also can make the dependable catch as well.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Play action. It's Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Brings up second and 7. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Prescott on first down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw again on second down, Prescott. He completes it to Wilson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Dalton Schultz had 1 catch in 16 games in 2019 before producing 63 catches in 2020. I don't think it's hyperbole to say.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bop.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-7.
Chargers 7.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd and 2. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And some space here. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 14-10.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
1st down, Cowboys.
Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. Oh, nice move. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Michael Gallup is the unsung member of the Cowboys receiving corps, but he's made some big catches during his time in Dallas. Now in his 4th season, he makes another one there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Elliott running right. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
At the 50-yard line.
Working with a 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Rush to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Rush. And he rifles one incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Rush. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Now Rush. A dump off to Elliott. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Rush. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A 3rd quarter now, at a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Herbert off of play action. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
And a big part of Justin Herbert's success as a rookie was having a guy like Keenan Allen to throw to. Allen's averaged over 100 catches a year for the last 4 years. No matter who's throwing it, they can count on him.
The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Cowboys. A fumble lost last week, now a fumble lost this week. Is this just growing pains of a rookie?
It is growing pains, but they can't afford them. Not him nor his team. That means extra work during the week with his coaching staff and extra work on his head to make sure he doesn't lose his confidence. They like him. They want him to flourish.
Because you know he wants to avoid that label of being a fumble machine.
It is a label that is hard to shed, and that just means teams come after you even more, ripping and raking at the football when you're carrying it.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Tenth carry now for Elliott. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Second down at 5. Back to throw, Rush. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, Rush. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Pollard is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Pollard again, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his second touchdown on the season, and the Cowboys have retaken the lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert looking deep downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Rush. He finds his man. Complete. It's Schultz. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Off play action. Rush. Able to hit his target, Lamb. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
One of the bigger plays of the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw. Rush. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That one unable to develop. Never got going. A loss of a couple. And it's 2nd down.
The 47-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw again. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. This is fielded at the 7. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. 110 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Herbert. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They've gone final now out in Glendale. And the Cardinals continuing to surge. They've scored again. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. So the false start will back them up 5. Rashawn Slater, 1st-round pick in 2021, guilty there. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Herbert. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Working with a 2nd and 4. A handoff as they run the counter play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. This to almost certainly win the football game. Hopkins' kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Well, as always, Pryor, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside